Hello guys, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining me again today. I just wanted to bring you the deck that I promised. So we are running the Abzan Reanimator list that has been tweaked with the 4 copies of Cavalier of Thorns. So let's take a look. Some of the cards that we have are still there. So Corpse Churn is still a card that we left in the deck just to make sure we're putting stuff in our graveyard. One of the newer cards that we added was the Glowspore Shaman, just because it's an early blocker and it also does what we wanted to do, which is put 3 cards from the top of our deck into the graveyard. And then not only that, if we are missing any land drops, it does let us choose one of the cards in the graveyard, one of the land cards in the graveyard, and put it on top of our deck. We are still running the 4 copies of Paradise Druid and the 4 copies of Lifkin Druid, just because we want to make sure that we are able to ramp, because all of our spells are pretty expensive. And as you can see, we're not running any 3 or 4 drops in the deck currently. So we want to make sure we're hitting them every single game. We're running 2 copies of Nethroi Apex of Death, just as another tool for reanimating our creatures. But its main function is pretty much just to kind of stabilize the game. We mostly play it as a 5-drop 5/5 to gain life and to protect our lives. We are running 3 Bond of Revivals to make sure that we are able to reanimate our creatures and give them haste. Sometimes maybe finish the game out of nowhere. And then of course we do have the 4 copies of Cavalier of Thorns, which is the most important card in our deck. So we want to make sure we're running 4 of those, just because it does everything that we want it to do in our deck. It blocks very good. It puts 5 cards from the top of our library into our graveyard, and when it dies, we can exile it and bring any card from the graveyard back into the top of our decks, which most of the time, 100% of the time, we want to be getting Eerie Ultimatum. We're also running the most hated card in standard right now, which is Garuda. We're running 2 copies of that just because it helps us mill ourselves, and it does give us a chance to get a powerful creature from either our graveyard or our opponent's graveyard. So we also added a copy of Liliana Dreadhorde General, just because it creates creatures, it's removal, and it's a game-ending emblem. And we are running still 1 copy of Ethereal Absolution, just because we can bring it back as a permanent with Eerie Ultimatum. But it also buffs our creatures and it hinders their creatures. So it's pretty good tool, especially we never want to cast it, we just want to reanimate it, but sometimes we have to play it. We're still running the 2 copies of Garrett, Curse Huntsman, just because his ability to create creatures just like Liliana helps us win the game in a different way, overwhelm our opponent. He also destroys creature, lets us draw cards, and the emblem usually again also lets us win the game, just giving our creatures +3/+3 and trample. So we did add 1 copy of Ugin the Ineffable as well. Another creature factory is Planeswalker, so another way to finish the game, and it also destroys permanents of color, so anything that's kind of in the way we can deal with as well. And of course, finally, we are running the 2 copies of Eerie Ultimatum, just because it's the card that the deck is built around, and it has been so amazing, and you'll see in the games. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So that's the deck. We're still running, as far as lands, we're running 4 of each of them, and we're running 2 copies of Castle Locked just to draw cards. But that's the deck, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you very much for being here with me today. So let me show you some gameplay. Let's check it out. Alright, so we always want to go first with this deck. We want to make sure that we're always going first, if we get lucky. So this looks like a good hand. We do have the Scrylands, we do have the Mana Dorks, and we have the Glowspore Shaman. So we're gonna start with the Scryland, of course. Make sure that we're looking at the top of our deck, putting the card that we need on top. Alright, that's perfect. We need that. So we want to make sure that we are ramping up to the Cavalier of Thorns as fast as possible. And our deck, we don't care about our opponent's strategy. We just want to do our own strategy. We're focused on our strategy, not our opponent's. So we're going to play this just because he has hexproof. Then if we get another land, then we can do a double play. Alright, so he's playing mono green Stompy, it looks like. So we do have that land, so we're going to shock it in. We're gonna make sure to, yeah, it doesn't matter. Pay 2 for the Lifkin Druid and Glow Spore Shaman. What do we mill? Let's see. Alright, so we have a Liliana. We put the land on top, just in case he can get rid of one of our mana dorks, which I doubt it, but who knows. Alright. So yeah, some sort of mono green aggro stumpy deck. So we definitely want to trade here. We don't need the shaman anymore. It served its purpose, right? Alright, so we have the 5 lands, so let's play a scry land. Manipulate the top of the deck. We'll keep that on top in case it's the best land that we can put into the field. And it sure is. So let's go ahead and scry. So far we don't have a lot of stuff in our graveyard other than the Liliana, so not bad. So it looks like our opponent is stuck in 3 mana, which helps us. Can't really attack right now. So much land. So we're gonna play another Cavalier. Put more stuff into our graveyards. Alright, so there's one of our Eerie Ultimatum. One of the 2. Which is fine. If our Cavaliers die, then we can get it back. We leave the Bond of Revival on top, just in case something were to happen. Nothing in the graveyard right now though, so it doesn't matter. Opponent's thinking very hard, so he does have the 4 mana for the Omari. Somehow it costed 3. Okay. Alright, so here we block. And I really should have double blocked. There was no reason not to. He's tapped out, but whatever. That was a misplay. And we have the Liliana, but of course we want to get the Ultimatum. Because that's what we came to see, guys. We came to see the Ultimatum. Alright. So let's do it. Here we go. Let's get a land and a land and a land. So it only lets you get 1 copy of each of the cards. So remember that. That's pretty good. Nice. So land, unfortunately. So we want to draw some cards right now. So we're gonna do the -4 since we don't really need the mana dorks right now. And draw 2 cards. Hopefully something good, something spicy. But you can't get more spicy than what I just did, though. All right, land number 1. Land number 2. Great. Not really what we wanted to see. You're always getting big. Alright, so we don't really need the land producers. No, it's not a good block. Let's get rid of Yorbo and just chump block the Mari. So that lets us draw 3 cards and it lets us get the Ultimatum back. So perfect. Man, that's so crazy. Wow, that's a lot of lands. Okay, that's not bad. So let's see what we have in our graveyard. I have a couple things. We have one more Cavalier, my goodness. Yeah, you get a 1, 2. That's fine. But we just get everything back. That's so insane. Oof. Leave that on top. I hope we don't mill it. No! Oh, man. Okay, that's fine. We don't need the land. Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So we don't have the 6 mana to play the Ugin. But that's fine. We put in a lot of defense right now. Unfortunately, our opponent is stuck in mana, so it wasn't the best display, I guess, for them. But it was a good display for us. I mean, that's what we wanted to do. So here we destroyed the Umari. Yeah, we want to make sure that if he's missing land drops, that we're taxing that for him. We can't -4 yet, so we're gonna do a plus again. Play another Scryland. Seems like a good top card. Let's not attack. I mean, even if we attack, it didn't really matter. Just because we just get the ultimatum back. Alright, so he found his 4th land. He knows what we're up to, so don't think he's gonna attack. He's probably just gonna build his defenses up. Alright, so that's proliferates. That's pretty cool. So he does attack, which is probably a bad move. Because I can just block with the Cavalier. Although I want to get rid of that spider. So we want to make sure we leave the power on the field. That's why they didn't block with the shaman. Right here is we kind of go off. Sacrifice tokens, and I could have just played Garrick and did the wolves, but I feel like just getting rid of his field is better. So we're gonna kill his field completely. This should make him scoop. So that's pretty good, guys. Man, now he's at 10. We have yet another attacker coming up. Looks like we played a land, so let's play some more stuff. So he finds his 5th land. Plays the ooze. Gets 2 blockers. Not bad. Let's create some wolves. And try to attack. Alright, so he gave up. Now this is a best of 3. The deck does not perform very well in a best of 1, so now we got a sideboard. So he's playing a lot of creatures, so we want to make sure we have a lot of creature removal. Our creatures dying isn't that big of a deal. As you guys can see, we can just reanimate everything from our graveyard as long as our opponent is not playing some graveyard hate. So we're going to bring both Shatter the Sky, Planar Cleansing, get rid of the Bond of Revivals, at least 2 of them. The Ethereal Absolution also, it doesn't play a big part here because creatures are way bigger than mine, so giving them -1/-1 isn't that big of a deal. Let's see what else. No, let's try it like this. All right, perfect. All right, so let's try it like this. See if we can get lucky again and kind of have a replay of that gameplay, because that was amazing. Alright, so this is okay. I mean, we have a ramper. As long as he's not very aggressive, we're fine. Really? I didn't see that first game. So he's being aggressive, so very, very aggressive. That's just 2 damage. We go to 18. We'll play the Paradise Druid. Oh man, all our big mana spells. If we can get to 6 mana, we should be fine. But I don't think we're gonna get there. I don't think I should trade either, because we need to get there. Alright. Of course we draw it. We could have traded 2 less damage. Now in the next turn though, if we are able to stay alive, we should be able to stabilize. Okay. Man, his thing's growing fast. So we'll trade here just to mitigate 2 damage, but we are pretty low life and we have to shock in. And I should have kept the Cavalier on top. What was I thinking? So looks like he got us on this one. That we don't need that, but then he gets a 1-2. Forget. That's a pretty good spider actually. Yeah, let's just give up. That was not a good display. I totally misplayed that part. But let's see what. So it's very aggressive. So we need to bring more stuff in to deal with the early pressure. Alright, so we definitely want to bring the Cry of the Carnariums just for his early game, if we can deal with the stuff since we're going first. Get rid of the second Garuda, we don't really need it. Bring in the Othakayas. We need the Eerie Ultimatum. We need both of them. No, I guess not. Alright, so game 3, guys. Let's see if we can pull this off. His deck is pretty aggressive, but that's what we have a sideboard for. So this looks good because we have the lifelink Death Touch guy. So we definitely need to keep the mana. We do have the Lifkin Druid as well. So, okay. So far so good. He has the early start again. Why did I do that? I was supposed to play the Lifkin Druid. Now, we do have the 2 white in case he gets the aggressive start like he did before. So right here we're taking 2. I'm going to play the Shockland tapped and play the Lifkin Druid. So hopefully he overextends now. We can board wipe. Perfect. So another threat. I can only block one of the creatures. So we're taking another 3 here. And I'm actually going to make him overextend even more. So right here we're going to just mill 5, play a land. Should have chosen the Scryland. Misclick there. But we do have the land now for everything. Okay. Okay, so this is exactly where we want him to be. I mean, we're taking a little bit of damage here. By a little bit, I mean a lot. But we are able to basically destroy his whole board. He should attack with everything, but it looks like he's just attacking with him, which is fine. I don't know what's in our graveyard right now. I wasn't paying attention, but Ugin seems pretty good. So this is what the deck does, though, guys. I mean, it's insane, the power of it, because you're just recurring all the powerful stuff. We don't need to pay life, but we are gonna tap this for mana, do the corpse churn, get one of the Cavaliers back, and then board wipe. So that should set him back a couple steps. So it's perfect. Probably gonna play Mari. No, ooh, okay. That's 4 damage there. Luckily we do have the Ugin, but he knows about it. So let's scry first. Keep that on top so that we can mutate if we need to. Let's get rid of his creature, since making a 2/2 wouldn't really be able to block him. Okay. So I think we stabilized. So here we want to obviously create a 2/2 as a blocker and have enough for the Cavalier of Thorns. Perfect. So now we have 3 creatures that we can mutate to if something were to happen. I see the Eerie Ultimatum also go into the graveyard with a couple of Planeswalkers and permanents. We don't need the land, so we'll put that to the bottom. So he should see what's coming now. I mean, right now I'm about to reanimate a whole bunch of stuff. So. Okay, he's making stuff bigger. Let's see what we have. We have a couple nice targets. Not sure where he's running that, but alright, so more land, great. We don't really need that, but what we do need is all of that in our graveyard. So let's mutate onto the I forgot what they're called. That thing. Gain some life. Bring 3 creatures back. Mill more cards. To bring back with the ultimatum. Attack for 5. Gain 5. Go to 16. On this, I mean, even if he blocks, that's... Oh, attack for 10. Attack for 10. We don't care if this thing dies. He should know better by now than to block the Cavalier. But it looks like he's still choosing to do that. So let's actually kill the creature. So put this one first. This thing is crazy. Not sure why he did that. He really shouldn't have. Maybe he didn't see that we had the Eerie Ultimatum in the graveyard, but I mean, he could have chump blocked. I mean, he didn't necessarily have to kill it. Okay. So now he plays a land and populates. It's pretty cool. Pretty fun little deck he created. So he's bringing the chain web back. All right. So here we kind of just want to get rid of some creatures. We don't care if Actually, no, we're gonna block, and then we're gonna destroy his creature, which destroys our Ugin because it takes all his loyalty. Then we bring everything back. I mean, oh, sure. Which is that. This is insane. Liliana, welcome back. And, yeah. Don't need that, but we leave it on top anyways because we don't want to mill out. And good game, opponent. One left. So yeah, so that was insane, guys. That was what I wanted to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and catch you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your support, and make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of videos. Thank you very much. Have a good day.